Hello everybody, and I hope you are keeping yourself very safe during this COVID-19 period. Today, we are going to look back at Ho Chi Minh City's real estate market in 2021. It has to be one of the most uncertain years in recent times for real estate. Since May 2021, social distancing measures has been rolled out all across Ho Chi Minh City, and that has been strengthened technically into a lockdown by July 2021 with extremely limited economic activities. You can say that Ho Chi Minh City has now come to a standstill during that time. Gross domestic product (GDP) growth was slower than previously expected, and that is just to give you a very brief macroeconomic overview of the situation within Ho Chi Minh City. Moving on, we will look at Ho Chi Minh City's new launch apartment market supply. In the first half of 2021, newly launched apartment units were mainly attributed to the subsequent phases of large-scale real estate residential projects that has been launched initially prior to 2021, and that includes Vinhomes Central Park, the Origami Phase, and Mastery Center Point in District 9, as well as Pi City in District 12, with the most significant new launch being the Grand Marina SAIGON in District 1, which is the first ultra-luxury project in Ho Chi Minh City. Due to the implications of COVID-19 within the city, its real estate market throughout 2021 has been largely disrupted. Developers largely postponed all new project launches to reorganize their sales strategy in order to accommodate the new norm of not being able to hold large-scale launching events, and Ho Chi Minh City's registered primary apartment supply of 7,464 apartment units launched in the first 9 months of 2021 was down 35% year-on-year according to CBRE's research. In the third quarter 2021, it was registered that the lowest volume of new launch apartments in the past 3 years was only 1,600 units, which is equivalent to only around 40% from the previous quarter. With the economy gradually getting back on track by the fourth quarter of 2021, its real estate market has also gathered momentum for the final quarter after the easing of citywide lockdowns in Ho Chi Minh City at the start of October. New apartment projects launched began to be robust again after a 5-month lockdown and the absence of any significant launches. According to Cushman & Wakefield, in the fourth quarter of 2021, new apartment launches in Ho Chi Minh City were recorded at 2,600 units. That was down 69% year-on-year, but improved by 54% from the third quarter. Supply came predominantly from mid-end to premium segments, dominating 90% of total new apartment supply, with notable projects such as the Nice Stellas, Vinhomes Grand Park, the Beverly Phase, and CELESTA Heights. The luxury apartment segment accounted for the remaining 10% of newly launched projects like Tauding Green and Define. Meanwhile, the affordable segment of apartments recorded no new supply in the fourth quarter of 2021. As for the new launch apartment market performance, when we talk about sales and absorption rate, market performance in the first half of 2021 was indicated by approximately just 7,000 sold units, marking a year-on-year decrease. Savills research recorded that absorption rate, which is the total sales divided by existing inventory, declined from above 80% in 2020 to 60% in just the first half of 2021. This marks the lowest absorption rate within the last 5 years for Ho Chi Minh City apartment market. The premium segment made up of 50% of all sold units. Large portion of the sales came from the large-scale integrated projects located in Ho Chi Minh City's suburban areas. According to CBRE, the number of sold units in third quarter 2021 decreased by 68% year-on-year to 1,582 units because of limited new launch apartment launches, with the first 9 months of 2021 recording 8,956 sold units, which was down 17% compared to the third quarter of 2020, a year ago. In the fourth quarter of 2021, residential real estate sales in Ho Chi Minh City were recorded at a high sales rate, with a number of new launch apartment projects such as CELESTA Heights hitting a rate of above 90%, notably in the premium apartment segment. The 9 Stellas achieved a fantastic 100% sold-out rate, defined in the luxury segment also attained a 100% sold-out rate. Both projects were located in the newly formed Untitled City. The total apartment units were recorded by Cushman & Wakefield at nearly 3,000 units, determining the market absorption rate. Demand of new launch apartments was healthy from both investors and owner-occupiers. Mid-end and premium apartments remain one of the most attractive segments, with 82% of all total transactions thanks to the right product mix and developer selling strategy, while luxury apartments accounted for 11% of the total take-up rate. I guess the top of concern for all property buyers will be the price performance of the new launch apartments. In Ho Chi Minh City, research by JLL noted that the average primary price of Ho Chi Minh City apartments in the second quarter of 2021 across all market segments increased at about 4 to 5% year-on-year, with the average selling price of high-end apartments, which includes both the premium and luxury segments within Ho Chi Minh City, at $4,905 per square meter, which is up 5.7% from the first quarter of 2021 and 8.3% year-on-year. Despite the fourth COVID-19 outbreak stopping economic activities in Ho Chi Minh City temporarily, primary prices of apartments are still climbing. Of course, at a declining growth rate year-on-year. In third quarter 2021, JLL reports that the average primary price of apartments was $2,683 per square meter, which is up 4.4% quarter-on-quarter and 10.9% year-on-year. All apartment segments witnessed positive price growths, which is a good thing, right? Although you might be curious, why is it happening despite COVID-19? Price grew due to limited supply, and most new projects belong to the mid-end and high-end, which is also the premium and luxury segments of apartments. Notably, for the high-end segment, the primary selling price achieved $5,099 per square meter, which is an increase 3.9% quarter-on-quarter and 11.4% year-on-year, due to Grand Marina Saigon and the final phase of the River 2 team launched this year with a higher than average selling price. With regards to the secondary market, which is also the resale apartments market, and also taking into consideration both the resale and sub-sale transactions, due to a lack of any form of information which track transactions, a market survey conducted showed that secondary supply has increased slightly, with a few projects being handed over in 2021, notably the Mark in District 1, the Luso in Untitled City, and the Metropole Phase 1, the Galleria in Tu Tim New Urban Area. Demand, as indicated by successful transactions, on the other hand, has dropped in the first 9 months of 2021 as social distancing measures, citywide lockdowns, blackout periods affected business activities, and uncertainty in the government being able to control the current COVID-19 outbreak in Ho Chi Minh City has affected buyers' sentiments adversely. However, buying demand in the secondary market rebounded strongly in fourth quarter 2021 as Ho Chi Minh City has contained the outbreak of COVID-19. Easing of the lockdowns has also saw the return of confidence in Ho Chi Minh City's resale apartments market, with asking prices holding steadily with no panic selling. Since there are no mainstream information sources specifically tracking successful transactions in the secondary market in Ho Chi Minh City and Vietnam as a whole, a good indication is based on information provided by property listing websites and real estate brokers that are focused on the secondary market. Across the board, prices of resale and sub-sale apartments are rising steadily, with the volume of home searches increasing sharply, and the pressure is now on buyers who were waiting for Ho Chi Minh City resale apartment prices to fall as a result of COVID-19. But as a matter of fact, in the fourth quarter of 2021, sellers are starting to increase their asking prices again, as COVID-19 is now very much within control. Finally, to sum up the key real estate investment trends in 2021 for Ho Chi Minh City, firstly, despite the disruptions of COVID-19 for majority of 2021, Ho Chi Minh City's apartment market still remained very resilient. The last quarter of 2021 saw apartment prices in Ho Chi Minh City increase steadily across all segments and neighborhoods. The rising price level causes demand to shift away from Ho Chi Minh City's inner city and into suburban neighborhoods on the periphery of Ho Chi Minh City, where apartments with comparatively more affordable prices are being launched by developers. This trend has also led to the emergence of premium apartment projects in suburban neighborhoods of the city. Secondly, attractive sales programs and policies continue to be offered to customers as developers entice property buyers to commit during this period of uncertainty. Online sales channels have replaced traditional sales launch events. Strong sales came from sizable suburban projects with quality facilities and design. Additionally, the volatility of other investment channels along with low deposit interest rates have made residential real estate very much more attractive in Ho Chi Minh City. So with that, I've come to the end of our video, and I do hope that the information that I provided you in this video can help you make informed decisions when it comes to buying, selling, or holding on to your apartment property in Ho Chi Minh City. And of course, I hope you can support us by liking, following, and subscribing to this channel as we continue to deliver more informative videos for you to make the right decisions. Do keep in touch and look forward to our subsequent videos, as I am going to cover on Ho Chi Minh City's real estate market in 2022. With that, this is Aidan Wee, and once again, I would like to thank you for your time and your continuous support. So remember to stay safe, and until we meet each other again in our next video, goodbye.